Hello there, English speakers. For once there are more squirrels than people here in this forest. They don't want to come down and play with my dog, unfortunately. She's quite sad about that. But they seem to not be so friendly with each other. Seems to be some nut fight there. We will talk about nuts fighting. Oh, American politics. Nothing really important, but very, very funny. But we start off with a big, deep breath. So are you ready for some insanities? Well, let's start with testosterone. You want that, and you want other things. You want, for example, vitamin D now, so you can handle viruses and mental health and so on. But testosterone is also very good for you. These advices are, of course, for women too. Everything I say here is also good for you, but it will not turn you into a man or something. But especially for elder men, listen up. Soy is bad for you. You know that. That everyone should know by now. Don't eat too much soy products and soy proteins. But also sodas and even juices. Juice might be of a lot of good things like oranges and stuff that contains vitamins, but there's still too much sugar in them. So not good. You will grow man boobs if you do way too much of it. And then a warning for protein bars. You should check what's in them. Some of them contains a lot of carbs. So not a very good idea at the gym if you want to get your testosterone up. If you want to get your testosterone up, the simplest way is actually to not eat anything, and intermittent fasting will increase your levels of testosterone and generally good for your health. Then vegetables, oils. I have been talking about this for a long time. They are bad for you in all the ways. Here the biggest problem is that if you cook with them and you burn them, there will be transfats in them. Transfats are generally forbidden, but when you cook in with these oils, you make transfats, and they are bad for you in all sorts of ways. For example, for your hormones. Then there is something called sex seed oil. We call that lean in Sweden. Seeds from lean, like in Linköping. Interesting fact for you who study Swedish language. But flaxseed oil, you can eat a little bit, but don't overdo it. And then, of course, if you fry stuff in vegetable oils, you will get those trans fats, and if you buy something at the restaurant and so on, they are generally done in these kinds of oil. If you use tar or butter or something to fry something in, then it's great. Do that. Fry your fried butter in butter. That's great. So they say, at least in some state in USA, I don't know where. And of course, bread and pasta, don't overdo it. I have skipped eating it, and I have developed a phobia that if I should start eat wheat again, then my stomach will have a stomach problem. I don't know if it's true, but why not? But I don't need to eat it. And it seems to be quite simple to just avoid it. And then the hardest problem, alcohol, is of course turning you into a woman too. We know that. But yeah, select your poison and don't take too much of it. Take your beer or your pizza. Don't take beer with pizza all the time, because then you will turn into an Antifa tank, which can roll but hardly walk. We have an interesting article. I don't know if you can read this with an automatic translator, but it's from a new media. Should we say it's almost establishment media now, like America, One American Network, I think it's called. It's similar, but in Sweden. He has written up a long article about how you can harass and attack journalists by using exactly what they do without getting into trouble with the law. So you can be very concerned about their children. You can be concerned for their friends and so on, because they should avoid that person, because you're so concerned for them and so on. He has a long list of tricks, everything that they have done to him and his colleagues. So you can do that with journalists. They do the same to you, so just bark back. It seems like a wonderful idea, and you can't argue with that, obviously. I tried. So we have a senator called Kelly Loeffler. I don't know how to pronounce her name, but that was funny. I am known for having a meme that says that I'm right of Dhengis Khan, which was a saying about someone else did it, but I'm the only one who uses it. But now someone else, Kelly Loeffler, have been trying to be more right than me. She says that she's right of Attila the Hun, or as we call him in Old Norse, Atle. Very funny sketch. Attila is sitting there writing his decrees, and the last decree is, while the scribe is scribing, last decree is to get rid of all left-leaning scribers. It's wonderful. The Swedish Riksbanken, our oldest central bank in the world, have now decided to print more money. We don't know how that will go, but generally in the world, if you own cash, they will become much less worth due to all this COVID printing and so on. If you have big loans, don't have them, it's a big risk, but they will probably also shrink in value. But they will probably find some way to screw you if you have big loans. So that's also a bad idea. Try to diversify, to own stocks, land and everything in secure places instead of holding cash for too long. Cash probably works for a short time, but otherwise not. And then we have Kim Kakik, the very beautiful black lady with the high heels and wonderful dress that walks around in the slums of Portland. Was it Portland? She has another video out. She walks and talks, so I can do that. I only have to get higher heels and I guess more slum. No, I think I can find some slum here instead of this beautiful forest that I'm walking in. Then I need some video editing quite a lot, because that looks impressive. But I'm faster than her. I'm uploading every day, and now it's going really well, at least on the Swedish side. I have a growth of 5,000% per year, so I will be the biggest news media in Sweden in 2 years when we have an election. Take that, all you corrupt, boring people who have your primetime TV spots that you got from your friends and family in the swamp. Otherwise, a little trick here I want to remind you about, without talking about the Swedish politics. If someone can read your mind, they say, oh, you really hate the poor and you're a very bad person, you're also a racist, I can sense that, and you want to do this and this that you never said that you will do. Yeah, then you can actually read their minds. That's how telepathy works. If someone say that they can read your mind, then you can read theirs and you can make up whatever you want. It's totally morally legal, and then you can punish them for what they are thinking. So that's a general trick for you if you want to handle mind readers. Just do that trick, it's easy. Here in Sweden we might have some swine pest, and we have a lot of boars here, so we'll see what happens. It might be fewer of them, I don't know, but I know there are a lot of people who are quite angry with the pigs, so we'll see. And the most fun one, this is fun. You know who Biden? Joe Biden, yeah, that's his name. He's running for something. I think it was a Senate something. He said that sometime. I think it's also president of some country, maybe Canada. He tweeted out, of course it's not him who tweeted it, which makes me wonder, but so the tweet is: Donald Trump ran for office saying he would represent the forgotten men and women. Wait, Donald Trump ran for office saying he would represent the No, it was a forgotten men and women. So it was not a forgetting men and women like, you know, Joe Biden. Donald Trump ran for office saying he would represent the forgotten men and women of this country. And as soon as he got into office, he forgot about us. Joe Biden? Hello, are you there? Okay, no you aren't. Anyway, Joe Biden. Trump has tweeted mean things about you for every day in 1 year, and you have totally forgotten about that. This is just amazing. We know about Goebbels' strategy, always attack your enemy for what you're self-guilty of, but this sounds like Trump would have written this tweet with some skill and some help about how to frame things in Democrat language, maybe. But he can do that, I think, no problem. Or someone supporting Trump would make this tweet. It's so insanely insane. This is nuts. Those squirrels that we saw, hopefully, or at least heard, should be very happy. I think they will love Joe Biden. So great smile, and squirrels love you. So good for Joe Biden, and let's have fun instead of, you know, discussing something useful like testosterone.